Merry Christmas. I wanted to read to you the Christmas story. Luke 6 verse Luke chapter 2 verse 6. And so it was that while they were there, the days were accomplished that she should be delivered. And she brought forth her firstborn son, and wrapped him in swaddling clothes, and laid him in a manger, which because there was no there sorry there were was no room for them in the inn. Let me I have to just make this a little bit bigger. Sorry about that, guys. Just hold on. Make it a 16 font so that I can see it. All right. Okay, let's just really quick. We'll read that real quick because I want to get it all correct. And so it was that while they were there, the days were accomplished that she should be delivered. And she brought forth her first son, and wrapped him in swaddling clothes, and laid him in a manger, because there was no room for them in the inn. And there were in the same countryside, abiding in the fields, keeping watch over the flock by night. And lo, the angel of the Lord came unto them, and the glory of the Lord shone around about them, and they were sore afraid. And the angel said unto them, Fear not, for behold, I bring you good tidings of great joy, which shall be to all people. For unto you is born this day in the city of David a Saviour, which is Christ the Lord. And this shall be a sign unto you: ye shall find the babe wrapped in swaddling clothes, laying in a manger. And suddenly there was with the angels a multitude of the heavenly hosts, praising God and saying, Glory to God in the highest, and on earth peace, and goodwill towards men. And when it came to pass, as the angels were gone away from them into heaven, the shepherds said one to another, Let us now go even on to Bethlehem, and see this thing which is come to pass, which the Lord hath made known unto us. And they came with haste, and found Mary and Joseph and the babe laying in a manger. And when they had seen it, they made known abroad the saying which was told of them concerning the child. And all they that heard it wondered at these things which were told to them by the shepherds. But Mary kept all these things and pondered them in her heart. And the shepherds returned, glorifying and praising God for all the things that they had heard and seen, as it was told unto them. Okay, let us get into our chess studies now. Okay, let's do some tactics. Oops, we're in the tactics right now. Hold on, let me make sure. Oops, I gotta pull this up. There we go. Pull it down. There we go. Let's start it up. Okay, dokie. Okay, we're so close. Let me see. What are we to do here? See, rook takes d6. If king takes, make if king e8. Rook e5 check. King f7. Has to be something that I'm missing here. Okay, rook c7. Let me just enlarge this really fast so I can kind of get a better view. Trying to figure out if, see, there's 2 points of a check. There's c7 check and then d6 check, and I'm trying to figure out when, and you guys can be more than happy to put in to the chat bar if you see anything, and we'll go over it. I think the only way to stop his flight is taking on d6. Okay, if we check here, he goes back. Okay, so it's this way. I'm curious about how the mate goes. Oh wow, interesting. Okay, so that's how it goes. That's okay. Well, to get a fork, we'd have to go to, well, we might have to check. We're getting so close to winning a pawn. I'm trying to figure out if we go, no. I was thinking about knight takes e5 to guard the c6 pawn, but I really don't see any continuation after that. Maybe rook. No, that wouldn't work. I was thinking rook c5 to check, try to check the king. Then he could go actually king d6. Boy, boy, boy. Boy, boy. Oh, interesting. Because if he takes, then you can actually play a check here, or I mean a check here, he takes, and you take. And then you can actually, well, that's peculiar. I gotta check that out. Oh, okay, so he was a square away from queening. Yikes. Okay, let's see. Do we have? We gotta get some points here. We gotta get some points. Rook takes h4, king, f2. I mean, king g1, sorry. Rook takes h4, king g1. Rook comes back and nabs the bishop. So it's the bishop first and then the pawn. Okay. thinking about queen h5, g6, queen at f3, f6, bishop takes f6, knight takes f6, and then queen takes f6. There we go. Now we're back and we're ready to roll. Queen e6 check, king h8, rook takes e4. If queen takes e4, then we have knight check. I wanted to ask why we couldn't check first, though. Oh, snap, that's the reason. Okay. So you had to take, otherwise that's me. And then when he takes there, now you deliver it. Okay. Let's do it to it. This is kind of like usually sometimes there's Caesar sacrifice combos. So let's take a look first at captures with check. The best candidate move that I see, one of them is knight takes d6 check. And so I would consider that one first. Second one, I consider knight e5, knight c e5. Third one, probably knight a5. The only problem with knight takes knight takes d5 is queen takes d5, and we don't really have any other way to go at that point, because the queen would just take. And well, I guess potentially we could play bishop f4. We could play knight takes d6 check, queen takes d6, and then e4, threatening to fork. I think that might be the move. Okay, so knight takes bishop, and then oops, no, I did it again. Let's give that another shot. So queen h8, king d7, rook g7 check, and king c6. Yeah. Oops. Oh, that's okay. Yeah, because I think mine doesn't allow for a mate. I think he can flee. If we played here, he goes there, here. Okay. Come on, come on, come on. We gotta amp this up and really work hard. Really, really work hard. Come on. Come on. When we move our knight, we get a discovery on the d3 knight. Or c3 knight, sorry. Knight takes d5, pawn takes d5, bishop takes c3. I'm thinking if we can double attack the knight with knight d3, we're gonna win a knight, because for a rook. So I'm liking that move here. Oh, drat, right there. I should have thought, because two pieces hanging. I was going for a little too much greed there. Because with taking here, we take there, he can just take knight c, and so he's actually up. But if we take here, we're attacking that, and we're attacking here. So if he moves, we pick up a piece. So as long as we're learning. Okay. Taking knight d2, and if the king goes, let's see, d5, king h6, d4, king takes h5, d3, knight b1, king c, c2, king c3, knight c5, king c5, king g6, king c4, king b1, knight b1, king c3, king takes, king c2, let me see here. Knight e6, 7, queen takes, e7, rook takes, f6, knight takes, queen takes. Oh. See, bishop takes, knight takes. There it be. Loving it. There it be. Trying to see is there any forks that I can potentially use. Ooh, knight b5. Knight c8. Ah, we had to distract her. There we go. Knight f5, check. King D3. We take the knight. There we go. Thinking of bishop e4. Before f5, knight f3, queen g6, knight takes h4. Oh, forgot you can block, this blocks that. That's my fault there, my bad. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Check, check. Queen f7, king d8, queen, c8, if when king c2, queen e7. Yeah. Check there. Check. So we have check here, here. Queen check. Check. And when he comes here, we check there and pick up the. Oh, so they allowed us to pick the bishop up. You gotta love that. Now, I guess it's the bishop or the queen, right? So they'd rather give up the bishop than the queen. Well, this rook's open for the taking right here. Bishop here is a. Right there. Knight check. Hey, how you doing, Fox? Merry Christmas, bro. I was thinking about bishop g5. Oh, you do? So what do you play? I always forget about. Is it what do you play in the fried liver? Is it after? So what would be the move here then? I was thinking maybe I was thinking even knight e4, setting up a potential almost mate set. I was thinking about that too, to infiltrate in here. I was thinking, yeah. Rook takes d6. If rook takes g3, rook takes c6. Yeah, that's right. The bishop increased the pressure on the knight and wins a piece. Yeah. What do you think? I'm thinking that's the move there. And we have 3 pawns. Yeah. But see, we'd be equal material. Huh. That does win a piece, doesn't it? Oh, that is true. Yeah. I forgot the bishop's covering. I was hoping for a fork, but I think that is right. The knight f5 move. Yeah. So in this line, rook takes d6. Rook takes d6. Knight takes d6, and we're winning. Wins. Well, maybe we can. No, that wouldn't work. Because if we take with the knight, he can actually come with his king and fork. So I'm thinking that this is kind of the only move. And now we're totally winning here. The reason I didn't like knight takes, I'll show you. I've seen this. Yeah. Knight takes, and then you have king e7. and this is a headache you gotta be careful of. So we just grab this after rook takes, we take, and we're gonna eventually get this pawn plucked off the board, and we can even potentially now we can get our king involved, and we have this outside passer. Up the board we go. We trade off this bishop for this pawn here, and we're right as rain. We have 2 more pawns to boot. I'm thinking we have something to do with rook takes f8, rook takes f8, rook takes. Or do we is that takes h6, check, g takes h6, queen takes h6, check, and king's got a flight square. So I'm wondering if we don't quickly play rook takes h6 first. G takes h6, rook takes f8, rook takes f8, and then queen takes h6, check, fork. And oh, I forgot to put a check on the my bad. I forgot to put a check here. What do you think, Fox? I'm thinking that's the move. I'm thinking the rook takes h6. That's why I'm thinking rook takes h6. Oh. Huh, so that's not it. Huh, maybe I'm missing something. What am I missing here? What am I missing then? If rook takes h6, g takes h6. Queen takes h6, queen takes h7. What am I missing then? I must be missing something here then. I think you're right. I think that is right. think you're right on this, yeah. We just had to bring another defender into the position. Yeah, because we'll show you why the idea that I was proposing isn't 100% on, because yeah, good find though. That's actually correct. You have that, and then there's no way to. He's up a whole rook in that line. But if we play here, he plays there, there. Bishop d7 to try to come in here. We have f, and we're checking. We got that covered, and at this point, rook takes h6, g takes h6, and then we pick the queen up. Yeah, we picked the queen up in that line. So that's the line. Alright, it's Lord of the Rings. Reform the line. I'm bad. I like Lord of the Rings. That's the battle for Minas Tirith. Let me see here. Yes, true. He's the reason for the season. We have to remember that. Ooh, nice. Knight d6, yeah. Knight d2, that attacks here and there. Good job. Well spotted, Fox. Well spotted. But now now that he pushed the pawn, we now have to decide. Do we take? We can't take the rook, so we'd have to take the knight. 1 second. Excuse me. Pardon me. Let me get a drink of water. That was weird. Whoa. 1 second. Okay, better now. All right. I think we have to grab the knight. I think we can actually play queen takes g5, queen takes takes g5. Or yeah, that's true. Okay, most definitely. I'll take. I'm just calculating out the lines. I'm not gonna move them because I want to do real good here, and I know that if we play queen takes g5, rook d8. Oh, yeah, that would be a problem, wouldn't it? maybe we have actually potentially, instead of queen takes g5, rook takes g5, queen, rook takes d2. Don't like that. Rook takes h5. I do not like that. I don't like that. I don't like that. Not one bit. Let's see. Queen takes. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, that does make sense. Okay. Do you have a lion, Fox? Whoa. Okay. Let's see here. I'm thinking we have to go down the equal line. Even if it does turn out to be a draw, we still have to go down that line. See, rook e1, rook takes e1, queen takes e1, king g2, queen d2, check. If king, yeah, I'm thinking that this has to be the that has to be the only check. I'll be right back. We'll look at a puzzle, an unrated one. I'll get an unrated one, and then I'll put it out there. I'll be right back, guys. Let's see here. D6. Well, he's of course going to flee. He's going to, after you check here, he'll go D6, and then after after knight c3, he'll actually go king c7. Bishop d6. It's actually there we go. We'll go through it one more time. Here, here, here. There we go. There's kind of two lines for here. Oh, interesting. I like the notation. That's funny. Interesting. That's funny. Yeah, dubious is question mark exclam, and then exclam question mark's interesting. Okay, there's two lines. There's f4 check or queen g5 check. We have to look at those two lines. Oh, it was? Oh, I thought it was no, because that's actually a notation. So when you did that, I thought you were using chess notation. Nice. Yeah, I had to learn that notation because I was always wondering what those were when they put them in the books, and so I went through and I learned all those notation things, and it's so cool. I'm thinking f5, f4, check, king. Oh, he might play king h2, and then if we try queen h4, he'll go queen h3. Oops, I forgot to put a check sign in there. So I'm thinking maybe f4 check, king h2, and rook f6 maybe, and then we're threatening to check and bring the but he might after this go. I doubt he'll go king g1, but he might go king g1 after that. I don't think so though. I'm thinking it has something to do with but I might actually be wrong. Huh. King g2. Okay. So f4, king g2, and then probably rook f6 at that point then. Well, he might play a queen move to get out, maybe to run. Well, I'm thinking maybe if f4, king g2, queen g4, queen g3, and then f3 check maybe. F3 check really throws a kink in the works, but it might. I think let's try that idea. So, okay, let's see, Fox. We'll give it that an idea. So queen g5, h2, rook f6, queen g3. Okay. I got that one wrong. Sorry, guys. I still don't understand why he doesn't just move his king instead of his queen. Let's see. Why does he just move his queen over here? Oh, queen f4. Okay. Oh, same thing. Okay. Alrighty. So knight takes e6, f takes e6, knight takes f6, g takes f6. Okay, nothing on that one. Excuse me. The tickle. Excuse me. Trying to so knight takes c6, b takes c6, bishop takes f6. If queen takes f6, then knight takes d7. This is what I'm looking at, Fox, and my chess friends. Knight takes c6, b takes c6, bishop takes f6, if queen takes f6, knight takes c7. Fork. So you think it's about trapping a knight? Hmm. Huh. I'm liking the knight trap idea. Interesting. But I don't know if we could. I think we would by taking e6, he would have a spot to flee to. Hmm. Hmm. Interesting. So queen h6. I mean h5. Huh. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking about too. I think it's knight takes. That's okay. Oh wow. I get to draw. X. We need to slow down now. Make sure that we stay in the 2100s, so no fast movements. We have to think through everything. Think through all your moves. Don't make any rash moves. Much better. Okay, dokie. Okay, so let's see. What did our opponent leave behind? Let's use the Aikido principle. Okay, and what did it actually provoke for us to use? Well, it's basically only protected, if you want to think about this bishop is only protected by a queen. So in a happy world, we would want to somehow move the queen, and if the queen could get step off the diagonal, we would be able to win the bishop. But let's see if there's any ideas based around that. Let's see, so rook takes b5 first. If we play that, what have we acquired? Do we have a continuation for that? So I don't really see after queen takes, what do we have after that? Bishop trapped. Huh. That would be it. That would win the queen, wouldn't it? Yeah. So rook takes b5, queen takes b5, and then bishop c4. Yeah, because the knight guards b6, which is where the queen would like to go to get traded off. Yeah, I believe that's but after this, you can actually play bishop takes b5, bishop takes c7, and then bishop takes a4. You pick up a knight. You end up a piece up in that line. Oh, I was wrong. Oh, 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 okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That does. Okay. Yeah, you're up a piece in that line. You're right. Yeah. So queen c8 and the queen's trapped. Takes and then okay. Sorry about that. I didn't calculate b7. That was my fault there. Yes, I do. Sometimes I do. I do puzzles though on chess.com. Okay, this one's one of those that you have to play rook. Oh wow. I was totally off there. I was thinking something like this. Rook c8. Rook takes c8. That'd be a check, by the way, so. Queen takes c8, check. Bishop f8. And then I was thinking about bishop h6, but I'm not sure if he might be able to cover. He might be able to cover that with this move after that. Potentially queen e7. Queen e7 might be able to hold. Yeah. That or that holds, either one. Okay, so now that doesn't work, let's check the idea of bishop f3 out. Okay, bishop f3. Queen b6. Wait, b4, not b6. Queen b4. And then bishop takes b7. So bishop f3, 3, queen b4, and bishop takes g7. I think that picks up a piece. Well, we're working on puzzles right now at this moment. I appreciate the invite. I don't really see any other way that he's going to lose material. Yeah, I'm like in bishop f3. Ooh, queen takes e6. F takes e6. bishop takes b7. I believe we pick up a piece in that line. Let's see, I'm gonna just do a quick, like 10 to 15 seconds. There it be. Great job. Wow, the pass rate's only 48%. Not very good on that one. See how we doing. We'll do one more game, one more puzzle, then I gotta log. Alright, Fox, if you have any, if you have one game, we can go over one Alpha Zero or Leela game. If you have one, while we're working on this puzzle, if you have one, you could post it in, and then we'll go over one of them. But if not, after this puzzle, I'm logging off. Okay, come on, let's rock and roll here. I'm thinking, I was looking at that, but I'm actually thinking this move. Rook takes d1. If knight takes d1, or c3, or c6. Okay. Rook takes h1. And then knight takes, yeah, knight takes e7. Check. Okay, we're in a pickle at that point. I think we would be down a piece in that line. Yeah, so Yeah, I was kind of looking at that. So queen a2, queen a4 check, b3, rook takes, rook b takes a4, rook takes h1, rook takes h1, and are we still? Are we still though? I know that's what I'm kind of puzzled about. Yeah, that's what I have to. We have to figure out. Is there? Well, there's like different checks. There's two checks. There's rook takes c3. There's rook takes c3 check, but I'm trying to see if I can't make that work at all. I don't think so. Yeah. Hey Fox, what do you think? So which line are we thinking about putting in? Let's see. Let's see. So Queen A4 check, B3, rook takes D1 check. Oh, not D1, rook takes D1, Queen takes A, rook takes A, rook takes A, H2, and then rook takes H2. Wait a second. I think we're down. Let's give it a shot. So after the B takes, rook takes A1. Oh, shoot. I am so sorry. I did the wrong side. Oh man, that was right. Uh-oh. Drat, I did the wrong rook. Oh man. Sorry. That was a really good one. We'll do one more because that was my fault there. We'll do one more. I did the wrong rook. I thought that one was the A1. Did the wrong one. That was my, I wasn't attentive. I'm sorry about that, guys. Let's see here. Let's take a look. I think we got blessed with a pretty straightforward one. Check. King E8, bishop B5 check. If bishop C6, bishop takes c6, check. Rook takes c6, check. And then queen takes c6, check. I'm not sure if do we acquire any extra material though. Yeah, I don't really see enough compensation for that. I'm concerned that, let's see, queen f5, check. He may have king c6 though. He might go king c6, and I think we may still have mate in that line. No? Let's see, because after king c6, we gotta figure out. Oh, we do have. Do we? Oh, we do have mate. That I think Fox's idea is right. King f5. I think you're right on that one, Fox. And well, I know you're right because we're looking at it right now. So let me see here. So I think you'd have to play e5, e6 here in this line, because if we, yeah, that's right. I looked at that exactly. That'd be mate. Right on. Yeah. And I think it's still mate even after that. Yeah, this is it here. There we go. Great job. Yeah. And we'll look at that. We'll look at that one line, that E6 line, and then I got a log. Man, you guys are doing great. Sorry about missing the last one. That was like, ugh. And then bishop F. That's mate there. And E6. That's mate. Up here, that's mate. So it's like, how many different mates do you want to do? Because if we had played right here, oops, let me see. If we'd played here, king e8, bishop there, and it would actually we would actually be down material in that line. Queen f7. And then mate. Yeah. Do you guys have any other lines you want to look at on this? Do you have any lines, Fox, you want to look at? That is true. I like that. That is true. Do you have anything on this puzzle, though? I'll give you guys 1 minute if you have any questions on this puzzle. Puzzle Rush. Oh, I love it. I love it. That is funny, Puzzle Rush. Yeah, that's the new craze. Maurice Ashley, Jennifer, and Yaz talked about that when the match was going on between Levon and Fabi, the last round. They thought that you can win a rook, but there was a move where you can actually checkmate with the rook. And they're like, we would have lost our on on Puzzle Rush. It looks too good. You know, you have to sometimes slow down your puzzles. But the problem is you only get like 5 minutes in Puzzle Rush. Okay, I will say adieu if there's no more. Well, guys, I wanted to thank you for logging on. You know, like what Bruce Lee says, knowing is not enough, we must apply. Willing is not enough, we must do. And we must go beyond them. We have to keep on, you know what? We have to keep on, there's no limits. We have to, you know, not let one thing get us down. Like, I took the wrong rook, but we solved it. That's what matters. And so in the end, we got to do another puzzle, and we got to learn, you know, using our queens. So that was fun too. So we got to actually do, out of one, we got to do two. So you could look at it positively like that. And then, you know what, don't get frustrated. If you get frustrated with a puzzle, just move to get up, maybe walk around, get back, sit down, or grab something to drink, and then come back to the puzzle and work on it. Don't ever rush, though, because when you rush, you usually get it wrong. So we don't rush. Take your time, even if it's 10 minutes. Even if you lose maybe 1 or 2 or 3 points because the computer or the engine says you took too long, you got it right though. That's what matters. You'll make those points back after you start improving on your speed. But just get them right, because then it builds it into your mind correctly. Like we talked about the swords that are sharpened. That's our tactical understanding on the chessboard. On the chessboard, that's our tactical understanding. We need to keep our eyes on the prize, like with coal diamonds. Our eyes are our diamonds. We have to keep laser-like focus on the chessboard. And will you say a prayer for Indonesia and the families and the loved ones that lost? They lost some families in that horrible tsunami. That it's not going to be a really good Christmas for them, but just pray that the Lord will comfort them, because that was just so horrible. And I pray that they receive the Lord, because it would not be good if they didn't. But I just say a prayer for them, and also what's going on in Europe. Say a prayer for that too. And boy, though everybody needs a prayer. That, you know, that's that. I feel like that almost all the time, but in the end, it always works out for His glory. So we have to keep that in mind, and we have to keep that. When you get a title like Candidate Master or whatever in your chess, always remember to give back. That's what my teacher told me, and I wanted to have you guys never forget where you came from. And always remember to give back. That's the coolest thing. And like what we always do, we hang up our coat, We hang up our hat and we sit down and study when most won't. We do, and that makes all the difference. As Wesley So says, through the Lord Jesus, and as I say, God bless, and I'll see you guys next time on Chess Cruncher TV. Have a blessed morning, afternoon, and evening. And Lord willing, I'll be back on tomorrow on Christmas, and we'll do some more puzzles. Okay, have a great Christmas Eve, our Christmas, wherever you are. And remember, He's the reason for the season. So just keep that in mind. He is. All right. Great job, guys. Be blessed. Go Team Chess Cruncher. Hoorah. And I'll see you tomorrow. 2 thumbs up.